Welcome, everybody, to New Orleans and the iconic Caesars Superdome, the long-term home of the All-State Sugar Bowl, which this year, of course, is part of the college football playoff. We are through the opening round of this year's playoff, and now the pressure is mounting in the quarterfinals. A matchup between one side that's had time to rest and recover, and another team that's battle-tested, already off one playoff victory. As we'll see the number 9 seed in this playoff, the Texas Tech Red Raiders, taking on the top-seeded team in the playoff, the Florida Gators. 3A Sports College Football. I'm Chris Fowler here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. We'll see which team's going to be moving on. Kickoff team is out there. Great energy. This playoff game is about to get underway. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. Getting set up. It's a first down play. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. While taking his shot on the very first play. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. No stopping and takes it all the way. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
Well, I can't believe that this is how this game gets started. Very first play of the game, a shot downfield and a touchdown. With all the buildup and all the hype, this is how we get started.
PAT is good. They jump in front, 7-0. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Bringing it out, it's Cortez. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's when the offense will take over. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. They're going to run it. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's second down and 8.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. The back's got it. Makes the catch, but the defense breaks in the ball, and it's a short gain. Important third down play coming up. Offense will keep it on the ground here. They bring him down, but he reaches the 30-yard line.
How about this call here by this offensive coordinator? They're down early in this game, third down and long. The last thing they can afford to do is have to punt the ball, but they show you why they love this back. Get his hands on the football, and he picks up the first down. Unbelievable call.
The gain is 3 yards, so second and 7.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Important second down play coming up. There's the handoff. Fighting off the defender. They've got him down out near the 40. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. Critical third down play for this offense right here. Can they pick up the first on the ground? Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
It's a good job here by this offensive line and the running back. Listen, these guys have really had a lot to do with why they're in this playoff game, right? So give it to the offensive line in the back. Get the first down in this 3rd and short. See what you can do from here.
He's tackled just short of the midfield line at the 49.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Makes a quick grab. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Boy, really nice throw here to the slot receiver, and I love the quickness that he has after the catch. He's essentially a running back playing at that slot position. That's how dangerous he is after he makes a catch.
Finding enough space for a solid gain before they stop him.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I'd love to see that offensive line win the battle at the line of scrimmage.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. 0 running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this offense has really been moving the ball at will on this drive. And a nice job here on this defense to finally come up and make a nice play for no gain.
Come up on 3rd down. Solid drive. Defense trying to get off the field here. Can he make it to the marker? They pick up the first down. Tackle at the 25.
Well, that's a good, hard, tough running there to get that first down to keep this drive alive early in this game. The offense really asserting themselves. They're not thinking about a field goal. They're trying to put this ball in the end zone.
He'll hand it off.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
The Gators are in the red zone. They'll try to pick up the yardage on the ground. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
The Red Raiders fail to come up with another 3rd down stop.
Great job here by this offense being able to convert. Let's face it, they've dug themselves a hole. They're down here early in this game. And with all this hype, the last thing you want to do is have to punt the ball. Come up with a conversion, keep your rhythm, keep your momentum, stick to your playbook. Good job here. Now let's see if they can keep that rhythm going.
Looking to the end zone. Looking for a touchdown, but it's incomplete.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. It cannot get anything going through the air. Not only are they down the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the second half.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Goes to his right side there for the completion. And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense.
You know, what separates good defenses from great defenses is you're going to give up some catches. But what do you do after the offense makes the reception? Are you giving up much space? Are you giving up yards after the catch? Here, just a really good job by this defense. Yeah, they gave up a reception.
Got a lane. Can he get in? Doesn't quite get in, but it sets up a 1st and goal for this offense.
These are the type of plays that are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him tied up. They thought they were going to be able to get him to the ground on the pass rush, but they're unable to do so. So he gets away, picks up a big first down, and now this sets up a 1st and goal inside the 10.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida. So with playoff pressure, Kirk, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play
or not have to rely on that. Like this, they're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get a touchdown.
Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. And a Texas Tech offense back out on the field now. Last possession, a one-play lightning strike with the big touchdown pass. Can the defense make adjustments here? First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. The sure hands. It's Morris. They get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
He'll hand it off. Defense makes the tackle as the final seconds of this first quarter run out. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Handoff here from the shotgun. And the runner brought down after just a short gain. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. The offense now looking at a 3rd and short from their own 40, trying to keep this drive going. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. He's going to take off here. And they get him down, but that's a solid gain here to move the sticks using his feet.
This is a deflating play for this defense on 3rd and short. Good coverage. They take away all the short routes, but the one person who wasn't accounted for is the quarterback. And he uses his legs to pick it up.
Off the play fake on first down. It's a deep throw down the right sideline. And the pass is dropped. Incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
Oh, my gosh, Chris. Just what they wanted. You've got a chance to make a huge play. Everybody does their job. Great route. Quarterback puts it right on the money, and he just drops it.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result
oh my goodness.
Well, it looked like the quarterback had everything that he needed there, had great protection. Receiver ran a nice route, just not able to convert there on that 3rd down. Let's see what their decision is on 4th down coming up.
The offense will go for it on this 4th down near midfield. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Incomplete, a huge 4th down stand by this defense.
Chris, what a great his defense on this 4th down play. They knew exactly where to come up with that stop to get the turnover on downs, and they did it.
Ball handed off. 5-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 5.
Great offenses are able to stay ahead of the chains, and runs like that on 1st down are exactly what I'm talking about. Now you have a lot that you can call here on this 2nd down.
second down after that run on the previous play. And the same runner's got it again. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, if somebody talks about a play being blown up, this is a great example of that. That's exhibit A for how to be physical on defense.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Catch made on the out route. There's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
That is high awareness for that receiver to know where the sticks were and adjust the route accordingly.
The Gators come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. On first down, it's play action. Throws to the tight end. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Gators.
Oh, what a play. Man, this defense, they better watch out for this tight end today. It's proven right there how easily he can slip behind and get lost in coverage. And if that happens, this quarterback's going to find him and make you pay.
And the PAT is good. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. And he's brought down at the 12. That's poor field position to start the drive. Offense is back out on the field now. Remember, last time they went for it on fourth down and got stopped, and the opponent went right down the field. See if they can recover from that here. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Second down play coming up. They go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. They get him to the ground about the 18-yard line.
Chris, the defense dials up the blitz. They're unable to get into the backfield, giving the running back enough room. I'll tell you, the linebacker makes a great play just to come up with a tackle here.
Interesting play call here. Third and short inside their own 20. They want to get this drive going, or a punt could give the opponents excellent field position. But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up fourth down. And the Red Raiders looking to crank up the tempo a bit. Needs a completion here on fourth down. He's got it. That is enough for a first down. They've got him, but they convert on fourth down, and the drive keeps going.
Just great execution here on this fourth down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the first down.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Offense right to the line, cranking up the tempo. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. Tackle made, but a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback. The Red Raiders are moving quickly down the field.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show.
And he's looking to make a big play downfield. Makes the catch. Can he get in?
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
And they're trying to punch it in here. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. Backed up to the 5-yard line now for second and goal. Receiver makes the grab, He makes it to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas Tech. This college football playoff game is all tied up, and Kirk, it's beginning to feel a little bit like a shootout.
Yeah, it is. It's a battle of the offenses. Both these teams right now executing flawlessly, and they're doing so with such high stakes, answering one score with another. Neither team is backing up 1 inch.
Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And the returner elects to fair catch it, no return. Florida offense retakes the field. We have a shootout developing here. Each offense scoring a touchdown on their last possession. And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Handoff to the back. Breaks loose at the 40. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Florida. Made the defense look slow that time.
Oh, my. What a great play call here by the offensive coordinator. The running back received some great blocking up front and just took off with it, carving up this defense all the way to the end zone.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And from deep in the end zone, they'll bring it out. They tackle him at the 9. That's good coverage. They should have left the ball in the end zone. And the Texas Tech offense trots back out onto the field now. A little bit of my turn, your turn in the early going here. Both offenses scoring touchdowns their last possession. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
So we reached the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to take the lead here before halftime. Now it's 2nd down here. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. They try a midfield shot. That's a good effort there. But now it's 3rd down.
You know, the game often comes down to a play or two, and the offense just missed a huge opportunity for a big play. Going to have to make some adjustments there and maybe go back to that play and see if they can come up with a big opportunity.
And he lost it deep over the middle. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on.
Chris, the defense catches a break here. They got behind coverage. Looked like a big play, if not a touchdown, and the receiver just dropped the ball.
You cannot be serious. This coach is going to go for it. Backed up to his own end zone. And he finds his target. He has the first. And the game will pick up the 1st down. Tackled at the 22. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. And the Red Raiders have 1st and 10 here. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. Took contact on the throw. And it's incomplete. Even on a 1st down throw, he was under some heavy pressure. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on 1st down. And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage and pays for it. That's a pick and a long return before finally being taken down.
Chris, it feels like to me the offense is being really cautious. The defenders are just sitting back there almost playing backyard football, knowing the offense is being a little bit more conservative. Eyes on the football, stepped in front of it, and makes the pick.
And now the handoff. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
Here's the second down play. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it, and he'll loft it to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Gators. Aren't you taught on defense, Kirk? Don't let him throw the football over your head. Exactly what happened there.
That makes me really wonder if it was some kind of miscommunication. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I pull my defensive backs over, make sure everybody's on the same page and getting the right call.
So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And the Texas Tech offense is back out on the field now. Backed up this close to the end zone in the final minute. So they just decided to take care of the football and look toward the second half. Catch made on the right side. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. The Red Raiders hustle to the line to run the hurry up. First down, looking to throw the ball. Pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. Not much on the return there, but the takeaway will set up the offense at the 38.
Really nice job of mixing up the looks here by this defense. Sometimes man, sometimes zone. They fool the quarterback here completely, and he throws the...
Here's a shot toward the end zone. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
Well, the offense coordinator with the right call, trying to take a shot there, but just poor execution. They couldn't come up with a big play. Let's see if the coach tries it again later, or maybe in the second half.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Gators looking to take advantage of the red zone trip here. The defense with more pre-snap movement. On first down, they'll keep their running game churning. And they tackle him, but a solid gain down to around the 5-yard line. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play.
Chris, that's another good run for him. He's had such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
And the Gators hoping to punch it in here. They have first and goal. They'll try to run it in on first and goal. Couldn't quite get there, but brought down at the 1-yard line. The offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
Because I just love to see this offensive line in this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action, opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida. Lining up to try the extra point.
Well, when you have a big physical offensive line, you can wait to third and goal and rely on them and the running back to get you a touchdown.
So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. He's tackled at the 10. Not good field position to start the drive. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. On first and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And he'll just lob this pass into the middle of the field. And that deep shot is caught for a big gain. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
Boy, this is a huge score. Not only to cut into the lead, Chris, but just psychologically to be able to score like this. You go in at halftime, you make some adjustments, get ready to make a big comeback now in the second half.
PAT cuts it to a 14-point game, 35-21. minute's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. I believe they're going to line up here and go for the onside kick. It looks like the hands team are able to recover the football. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. The offensive coordinator's got to love this starting field position. Ball handed off. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down.
All those positive yards on 1st and 10, and it's not quite a first down. Looks like it'll bring second and inches, but sure does open up the playbook here to be able to open up, maybe take a shot downfield.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, as you know, the reason this team has such a nice lead today is the day that this guy has had running the football. But that time, finally, the defense comes up with an answer for him.
Here's that defense shifting again. Can't hold on. Good defensive play brings up a 4th down.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points, but they could have more. They got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
The Gators will look to convert here on 4th down. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. This football incomplete and a turnover on downs.
Chris, I like the call here going for it on 4th down, but the receiver has got to do a better job of knowing exactly where that first down marker is and run that route a yard or 2 beyond the sticks to be able to give yourself a chance to pick up the first down. Instead, defense comes up with a stop and they get the ball back.
The player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. The quarterback keeps the football. And the ball is knocked loose. Who's got it? No turnover. Offense recovers the fumble. And the Red Raiders come up to the line in a hurry-up. They'll run it here. Running back has the ball. Picks up about 5 yards, but it's not enough. Here comes a 4th down now. Offense is going to roll the dice and go for it inside their own 40. Fourth down. He's throwing for it. And he throws his 3rd interception of the day. It's a short return. They bring him down to the 22, but this defense steps up and makes a big play.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
Here comes 2nd down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. They're going to run it here. He's got some room. Can he get there? And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Gators.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his 2nd touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
Going after, knocked right through. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And the Red Raiders offense is back out on the field now. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Well, this quarterback's having one of those games you just dream about. A lot of yards and a lot of touchdown passes. And in fact, he had open receivers again for another big play. The defense finally got pressure on him, or I think it would have been potentially another touchdown.
The secondary backed up off the ball now. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Airing this one out toward the sideline. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it. 3rd down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the 3rd quarter. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
I see what the quarterback's trying to do here. He's holding on to that football to the last possible second to give that play a chance. But he held it just a little bit too long. And the defense is able to hit him to force that incompletion.
Running it back, it's Cortez. Touchdown, Florida. And the beatdown continues. A punt return for a touchdown in a playoff game. That's a moment we're not going to forget for some time.
We won't forget about this one, and I don't think I'll ever forget the blocks that helped get him loose to be able to score this touchdown. He's going to get a lot of the credit. When they go back and watch the film, I think he's going to give an assist to the entire unit.
And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the Texas Tech offense trots back out onto the field now. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here.